Man, I really feel like I am having a case of the Mondays now. uh, Sheesh. Tech issues galore, huh? So, I am trying a different method. I put myself back on the triple screens, so hopefully that might actually help a bit. I don't know. Also, I transferred my YouTube stream settings to my laptop, so hopefully that offloads some of the CPU usage. So let's try this again. Let's try a different car now. So why not try a GT3 race or something? Actually, let's see what's online. So, man, this really does feel like a Monday's stream now. Okay, so usually I don't have issues with online racing while streaming, so let's give that a try. Sheesh, that Shelby Cobra thing is always active, it seems like. So, okay. So I want to find a good race. Looks like GT3 race, Mugello. That could be fun. Qualifying session. Jeez. Okay. Let's give this a try. So AC pedal to the metal. Let's go into BMW Z4. Oh crap, we might miss the race. Let's get in there. Oh shoot, I need to change one setting too on OBS, or else that really does cause stutter. Now we be patient. Hold on. So hopefully everyone's day, night, or whenever you are is going pretty well. Loading all the cards, come on. They're not all being used. Okay, so let me change the OBS settings. Okay. And transition. Okay. We also need to center that. There we go. Looks like we're good. Oh shoot. The race is on! I'm like way behind now. Let's go! Thanks, Big Al. I'm happy to see my PC hasn't died either. Except, oh man, when transferring from single screen to triple screen, everything gets moved out of place. Whoa! Oh man, distracted driving. I do not recommend it. There we go. That's pretty set well. Oh, I'm catching up to someone. I don't know if he's ahead of me. But it looks like the stream's actually going smoother. I just took a quick glimpse. So that's a plus. No 99% CPU usage. I checked my temps and they were remarkably stable. I was getting like 70 degrees Celsius on my CPU. It was closer to 80, or no, it was 70 degrees Celsius on my graphics card, about 80 on my CPU, which isn't bad. It's not great, but it's pretty remarkable for an air-cooled. So, okay, I actually made a pass in this race, even though I started like half a lap behind. Who would have thought? I don't see any other cars right now. But hopefully, as I said, everyone's day is going well. For me, it's pretty uneventful. Like, I worked, I am writing the script for my Fanatec review videos. So, as I mentioned before, that should be coming around Saturday for my review of the wheel. So that will be exciting. And I will just say I am impressed by the Fanatec Club Sport Wheel V2.5. It really is a step above the V2. The question is it enough of a step up that warrants an upgrade from the V2? I'm going to make you stay tuned. And I hate to be a bit of a tease, but yeah, I will make you wait for that answer. But in case you missed it, I also have my review of the Husingfeld Engineering Pro pedals, which you can also check out. That's in my videos. That's in my channel. So if you hit that channel button, also while you're there, why not hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, because we have quite a few exciting videos coming up. Dirt 4 allowing button mapping. I believe so. I haven't explicitly taken a look at the settings of that. I will come with a concrete answer for that if, or actually when I get my review copy, so I can take a look and keep people updated, because that actually is a common question that I've been getting from a lot of people. Okay, I'm not doing that great. But, hey, looks like the stream's doing well. Oh, I'm coming up on someone. It's banging. I am primarily a PC guy, but I am starting to look to branch out into doing some console racing. The tricky part is that I have my hardware mix match right now, where the Husingfeld pedals don't exactly work well with the Xbox One, but I am getting a review copy of Dirt 4 to review for the Xbox One, and I will unfortunately have to swap out the Husingfeld pedals for the Fanatec Club Sport pedals V3 to do that video, but I am going to be doing a better coverage of it. Kitchen Devil 123, I am using an AMD FX 8350 processor. However, in the near future, I am going to be upgrading to an Intel i7 7770K, and that should be in a few weeks. I'm planning on also doing a video showcasing how how the performance is improved on an Intel, if it has any improvement. So I will be checking that, and also just like chronicling my switch from AMD to Intel. Kirk, what setup am I thinking for console? That is a tricky question, because for consoles, it is largely dependent on the hardware. For the Xbox One Pro is you get to use the Fanatec hardware, you get to have a load cell pedal, while in Thrustmaster, you with the PlayStation 4, as of right now, you're limited to Thrustmaster, although the Fanatec CSL Elite has just been sort of leaked, sort of unveiled for the PlayStation 4. So that is a benefit in itself. So I would say it depends on what hardware you're planning to use. Also, what experience. PlayStation 4 has its own benefits and stuff like that. I would say that it also depends on the exclusives. If you're more of a Gran Turismo guy, you'd be looking at a PlayStation. If you're more Forza, you're going to go more towards the Xbox side. And then also factoring in what hardware you want to use. If you're going to have largely stay with an ecosystem, Thrustmaster is largely your best bet for the PlayStation. I would say Fanatec is equally solid for the Xbox, but also Fanatec is typically more expensive. So I would say my ideal setup would be the Fanatec Club Sport V2.5 with the I would actually go with the CSL Elite pedals in my opinion, and then I would utilize the Club Sport Shifter V1.5, and I would run that on an Xbox because I'd say Forza Motorsport is a surprisingly competent racing title, even though it's not as hardcore as some of the others. So hopefully that answers your question pretty well. So I think after this race, I'll do another race here and try to take part in the qualifying so can actually legitimately run a decent race. Because this is like, meh. But I guess, okay, tip for you guys. YouTube apparently eats up your CPU, so you might not want to have that on while streaming yourself. Yeah, Big Al, that's one of the things I find kind of irritating about Forza. It really is more of a Wild West racer, I'll call it like that. The rules is there ain't no rules. I'll give you 5 points if you know what movie that's from. But I will hope that maybe Forza Motorsport 7, they're saying they want to get into the esports scene. So maybe they do start implementing a driver rating system, some more rules. So maybe that will be better for Forza Motorsport in the future. Aw, man. Crap, crap, crap. Let this guy by. It's always tough when you're behind the 8 ball. Also, talking while driving is not the easiest. I've learned that definitely. But man, I will say, it's kind of funny. Now my frame rate is silky smooth, but I'm running on triples. So, go figure. Maybe I had way too much on my CPU and that was what hurt the stream. But yeah, so I bet a lot of people missed this while I was talking in my other stream, but I kind of had a sobering realization. Uh, I have run Sim Racing Paddock for 2.5 years, and I have never done an actual software review. I know, that's just, it's kind of weird realizing that. While I was sort of practicing for the launch of SRP, I did do a review of the Assetto Corsa 1.0 release candidate, but I just never really felt comfortable with how that was going, so I never actually showed that to the public that I know of. So I am deciding I'm wanting to do this sort of series of mini reviews of sorts, covering some of the titles that are available, because with the way titles are nowadays, they're constantly evolving, they're constantly shifting in their focus. For example, R Factor 2 a year ago is nowhere near what R Factor 2 was today. Same thing with Assetto Corsa, same thing with iRacing. So maybe doing a mini review establishing where they are at in 2017, and then we get to look at them in 2018, 2019, 2020, and we can see how they've evolved as a sim, how they've progressed, how they have advanced, maybe some parts in where they've fallen behind, so we can actually just see how they are as titles. And Kirk, to answer your question, yes, I am looking at reviewing GT Sport when it comes out. For me, Gran Turismo has always somewhat held a soft spot in my heart. I was a major fanboy of Gran Turismo. I really was a guy who enjoyed those titles, and I ended up really getting into Gran Turismo 5, especially in the pre-speculative spots. But with Gran Turismo 6, I ended up not actually touching it. I felt kind of slighted by Gran Turismo 5. I felt Gran Turismo 6 didn't seem like enough of an advancement, so I just ended up not touching it. Also because I had moved on from the PS3. I wasn't really touching any of the other Gran Turismo or even PlayStation titles, and I had gotten a PlayStation 4, so I never played Gran Turismo 6. So I'm actually looking forward to Gran Turismo Sport, seeing if it can redeem itself. But the next concrete review I have planned also is it is Dirt 4. I am getting 2 review copies of Dirt 4. One is going to be for the PC, one is going to be for the Xbox One. And I'm just going to review those, possibly compare the console to the PC side, and try to get some of those questions answered, because, to be frank, in that stream I did, some of the questions just weren't answered, which was kind of upsetting, but I can kind of understand, because the guy I was doing the stream with wasn't actually Codemaster's guy. He was actually a Deep Silver media guy, so he didn't really have a hand in the development, but he was sort of their US PR guy. So I can understand why he might not know some of those answers. But yeah, it was kind of irritating. But yeah, I'm interested in seeing the Xbox One performance, because I know the Xbox One is admittedly a little less powerful than the PlayStation 4, but I am hoping it is going to be at 60 frames, even if it's not even if it's not at a full 1080p, because I know a lot of Xbox One titles are at 900p and then upscaled to 1080 or something like that. Hello, Alkanian? I apologize if I got your name wrong. Let's try to get a good qualifying lap in. I'll shut up for a minute. Hello, Gap Racing. How are you today? Before my race starts, I will provide my PSN gamer tag, or PSN ID, and my Xbox gamer tag on here. Granted, I haven't done much console gaming in a while. Actually, the most I've been doing is on the Nintendo Switch, go figure. But, yeah, I do have Forza Motorsport 6, Forza Horizon 3, which actually I haven't even touched, but I do have quite a bit. Gap Racing, I'm doing pretty well. I had a bit of a case in the Mondays earlier on, but I'm doing pretty well. I just wanted to see what happened if I threw my car in there. I will say, man, these using valve pedals are amazing for throttle modulation. Oh, so smooth. Car spinner! Stay off, thank you. Whoa! A little bit loose off. Alcanian, I am using the Fanatec Club Sport Wheel V2.5, and that is, actually the next review I'm going to be doing. I'm putting out my review this Saturday of the wheel, so keep your eye out on that, and I actually really like it a lot. It feels like a good step above the Club Sport Wheel V2. It is a little smoother, a little faster, and it just feels like little improvements in the right spot. If you already have V2, I would say save your money, but I would say if you have anything else that's including a V1, I would say you might want to consider this upgrade. Actually, especially if you have the V1, because it's compatible with all the rims. Oh, he almost killed me there. Alcanian, it is neither. It is Fanatec, which is a different brand. Okay, I hit that S pretty well. This should be a good lap. Yeah, Kirk, the rumor is that Thrustmaster's doing their T700 wheel, which should be direct drive and console compatible. I am cautiously optimistic about the rumor. I'm wondering if it might be like the T700 is a belt drive and then they come out with their own direct drive, but we'll see how that is. The rumor first originated from Kazunori Yamauchi, who is the head of Polyphony Digital, and he went on the record stating that the Thrustmaster wheel they've been testing is direct drive and is extremely high quality, but I don't know if something could have been lost in the translation. But I'd say with the rumors and actually confirmation that that Fanatec is making direct drive, I think it would be logical for Thrustmaster's next step to be a direct drive. Okay, so I've been running a 152 around here. I don't know if I'll get into the 51s. 152.9. It looks like it's still going to be good for pole. I don't think I'm going to make another lap. I don't have the time. Did I buy the Ready to Race pack, Alkanian? I have not yet. I have been sort of busy with work and stuff, but I am planning on buying it later this week, and then I might be able to give my thoughts on it, but as of right now, I have not bought the pack yet. Yeah, Todd, I do agree on that. It was interesting, though. Fun fact, back when I used to work for Inside Sim Racing, my Club Sport V1s were dying. And Darren basically said, okay, I tell you what, you come up with an article talking about how the T3 PAs are better, and they'll send you a set for free. And it's like, well, I don't want to buy a new pedal set for like $200, so it's like, oh, okay. So that's one thing I'm honestly not really proud of, but I will say in some environments the T3PA can outpace the Fanatec pedals, mainly in terms of reliability, but the conical brake mod is surprisingly good for simulating the feel. Granted, it doesn't replace the feeling of a load cell, but I will say that it is a solid pedal set. Hold on a second while we wait for the race to start. Let me give you my gamertag info. For the record, my PlayStation name I have had for ever since about 2007. So it is a bit of an embarrassing name, but sadly with PlayStation you can't really change them. And I don't want to lose my purchases and stuff, so it's like, yeah. Dang it, I got edged out for the pole. Aw, that stinks. But let's see how this goes. Aw, they don't have the anti-stall. But yeah, I'll see if I can find my way onto an Xbox later on. Oh, I got a good start! Oh, I got a great start! He's likely gonna get the preferred line in, though. So I'm gonna take it easy. This is one of the cleanest first few corners I've ever had in Assetto Corsa. Definitely one of the cleanest. Oh my god, look at that, look at that! What the heck? Holy netcode. Oh, he's gonna bump me, he's gonna bump me. Maybe not. This is a good battle for second place, though. All things considered. I didn't know I was playing... Oh my gosh! He hit me. That hurt. That stunk. Let's see if I can recover. But yeah, oh gosh. Dirt on the tires. But I didn't realize I was playing Back to the Future 2. Okay, car still feels okay.
Oh, why not focus?
I need an extension cord for my keyboard. Okay, looks like we are restarting the session. Let's see if we can do that again. But that was definitely interesting. Yeah, I didn't expect to get rammed by that guy, but okay. Okay, race, take 2. Okay, in the end, we'll look into that idea. Or basically, my schedule is starting to open up and stuff, so I'll have more time to drive and whatnot. Another good start. This one's even better. Whoa! This Ferrari's... Sheesh, she's trying to beat me. I did not get a good line there. Stay on track, stay on track. Dang it, I lost the spot. Oh, that was a slide job. Did not mean to do that. Starting to spread out a bit. But, geez, that yellow car is fast. I don't have the speed. Side by side. He got me off the corner. He apexed too early. Oh, he's off the track! This is going to be an exciting race, guys. I don't know if I have the car or the speed to catch up to this guy, though. I would love second place, so. Moto Campo, I am planning on doing some community races once the community starts building up. I am looking to organize some races in the Sim Racing Paddock forums. So if you keep an eye out on that, I am actually going to be using that in, or what is it? I am going to be organizing a community race in the forums. So there's a link to the Sim Racing Paddock forums in the description below, and I am going to be setting that up in the near future. So if you join the forum community, register for the race, we'll try setting something up. And True Racing, I just realized I might have accidentally left iRacing as the description in the Twitch stream, and that is my apology. This is actually a Assetto Corsa. And it looks like that red Ferrari behind me just got beaten off the track. That is... yikes. I'm about to get hit. Maybe not. I'm letting that guy by me. He's a loose cannon. True Racing, it's sort of just been a habit of mine that I've grown up with. I'm trying to really get away from that, but for me, I was sort of getting in some classic stage training. So sometimes they talk differently in that way than in actual different presentations such as live streaming and TV and whatnot. So sometimes it's a case of old habits die hard, can't teach an old dog new tricks. But I'm trying to work on that. Some people say they prefer it, it makes it somewhat more accessible to different demographics, but I'd say for me, it's more of a habit that I'm trying to grow out of. Oh, second place is off the track. Or no, third place. Yeah, I know some people get annoyed by the way I talk, but hey, it's just me. I'm at least trying to learn to get away from that, but it's easier said than done. Hey, First, how's it going? Yeah, you're right, True Racing, I'd say. Also, if you don't like how I talk, there are plenty of other channels. One guy called me a name I'm not going to mention on here because in my Dirt 4 live stream, I didn't show the third camera, or the third person camera view enough. And it's like, really? So I drafted up a nice response saying, hey, the demographic for the people watching my videos tend to prefer the cockpit camera angle, so that's something that's been sorely underrepresented in streams compared to, say, people like AR12 Gaming or the Slap Train, primarily catering to the third-person angle. So I decided I wanted to really try to cater to the crowd that really enjoys my videos, so that's why I went with the camera angle of inside the car for the stream. That Ferrari's still off. I'm carrying a little too much speed in corners, and I think that's why I'm getting a little bit of understeer. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dodge that wreck, or spin. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, those curbs. They're slick, I tell ya. Slick! Yeah, Big Al, I'm planning on doing more streams and stuff when I am going to actually have my hands on the review copy of Dirt 4, because I think it's almost counterintuitive to go back to Dirt Rally after I've spent about 5 hours or so in Dirt 4. I'm really enjoying Dirt 4, and there's a lot of enhancements that they have admittedly made over Dirt Rally. But thanks for the compliment. Sheesh, man. I only slept like 4 hours yesterday. Oversleeper. Granted, I did take like a 3-hour nap earlier today. It's like, okay, I needed the rest. My body was starting to shut off a bit. Big Al, to answer that question, I'm not sure. They never had me sign an NDA during the media event I went to on March, and they never had an NDA for me to sign when I tested it last week. So I believe it's like all fair, but I never really got any complaints. Granted, I did have that copyright claim when I first uploaded my video, but that was for a completely different reason. It was because of a song that showed in the press start screen. So that's why I had to cut out the beginning and end of my stream, so yeah. I am going to ask with the PR people once they send me it. I think they'll let me know, but they'll likely have different regulation for reviewing rather than me doing previews. Whoa, whoa. Dang, I don't want to lose my position, even though I just gained one. Wait, I lost it again. Huh. I guess someone's having connectivity issues. But, oh gosh, it's going to be a battle for third. I think my tires are starting to fall off. I think that's the issue. Yeah, Big Al, I have learned the hard way myself, where a slight miscommunication with the guys at iRacing led to me getting my alpha access revoked, which wasn't exactly fun. I accidentally uploaded my dirt preview video about 3 hours before when I was allowed to, and yeah, that wasn't really fun. Starting to pull away a bit. I will say I am pleasantly surprised at how the Your Stage works. It really does work well. The stages did feel dynamic. They really did feel well. Okay, Big Al, it was great talking to you. Make sure you join the forum community. As I said before, the link is below in the description, and I'll try coordinating some community races in the near future. Someone went off track. Another car off track. Please don't hit me. He's off track again. What? What? Oh, crap. I did not mean to do that. Late to throttle. Making the move. I bumped him a bit. Oh, I made the move. That was just hard racing on the final lap to get the top two. Woo! Oh, that was nice. Top 3 podium finish. I will take that to the bank. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. By the way, Todd McDanger, welcome to the stream. I hope you are doing well. Oh, it's off. Okay, that was pretty good. I think that's it for GT3 for me. But man, that was a lot of fun. I really got to enjoying that. Let's take a look and see if there's anything else interesting. Were you freeping? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm accidentally hitting the 1 key on my keyboard. But yeah, let's just do a bit of a fun test drive. Maybe a lap or two around the Nordschleife. And I might call that a night because it is getting kind of late. It is 11 p.m. where I'm at. So let's just do a couple laps around the Nordschleife and we'll call that a night. I'd say the Lotus 49. Let's give it a bit of a challenge. We'll just do the standard Nordschleife. Well, Freeping, I apologize about that contact. It was sort of close hard racing. We had like 4 cars in the same vicinity, so that really caused some bottlenecking. I'm not doing any full leagues as of right now, Fersen. I might, depending on community activity, once the forums really start picking up, I might try some out. But as of right now, I am not doing anything. So I just want to give you a heads up. What I am doing here is the Lotus Type 49 around the Nordschleife. Let's make it an evening drive. Yeah. So that's 5:30 p.m. And I think that'll go pretty well, or it might go horribly. So either way, you're going to get a decent show. Oh, whoops, freeping. But yeah, it was like, oh man, that was close racing. Okay, I just gotta check on one thing for the stream and then we can get rolling. So fun fact, if you are planning on doing streaming or anything of the sort, do not have display capture on while it is, because that is a major CPU hog, what I learned. So let's get a lap or two in, and I apologize if I'm not as talkative in this lap. I think you understand why. But yeah, I have made a couple clean laps in Lowe's 49 before, but this is actually my first time trying with triples. Feels pretty nice. Let's move this camera angle up a bit, or the essentials up a bit. There we go. I have the track grubber to set to fast, and so it's not perfect, but it's not dusty or anything, because that would be scary as heck. But I always love the sound of these Ford Cosworth V8s. They have really nice sound to it, especially in cars such as the Lotus 72, and I believe the Lotus 79 still used a Cosworth. That's one of my favorite sounding race cars of all time. Oh, big air. Oh, tire lockup, and I'm dead. Rest in peace. Oh, shoot. Sorry, I forgot to hit the transfer. Okay, that gives me an excuse to start over my lap. My bad. I totally meant to do that. Hold on. I was trying something out new in OBS. I accidentally forgot to hit the transition button. There we go. Thank you for the heads up, Todd. Okay, there we go. Yep. Hashtag blooper reel. Okay. Take 2. Nordschleife. Let's not die. Ooh, that was kind of risky there. Whoa, whoa. Too much heat through the corner. Tap the brake here. You can see where I locked up the brake big time and died. The scariest thing about this car is at speed, the steering is just so loose. It's not horrible under braking, it's nowhere near the level of cars nowadays, but when you're at speed and the car's basically generating lift, it's like, oh god, I'm gonna die. It's been nice knowing you. Make sure to notify my next of kin. Oh. And then there's so much oversteer off the throttle, and then you can get so much oversteer on throttle, it's like, oh. Little tire lock up. Stay, stay, stay. Whoa, whoa. Crap. I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. Fanatec Gamer, this is the Lotus 49 around the Nürburgring Nordschleife. And I'm using it, I believe it's either fast or green track. I'm pretty sure it's fast. Oh. CG. For the Fanatec, I believe it's going to be sooner. I think they are going to start entering their beta testing phase around this summer to early fall, which I would anticipate would be a release around October to November, which is around the same time as the Fanatec CSL Elite came out last year, so I believe that would be the most logical sense. Thrustmaster, I would say maybe if it is the rumored T700 and going to be affiliated with Gran Turismo, I would say close to Gran Turismo Sports release. Now I'm starting to get some heat in the tires. Asaru, there's nothing wrong with that, I would say. One of my first true sim racing wheels was the Black Momo. Great wheel. The shifter actually felt pretty good. I enjoyed the rim and the buttons on it. And then after a couple of years, I moved up to the Driving Force GT and then the Logitech G25. and then I went to the Thrustmaster T500 RS, and now the Fanatec CSL Elite, and I am also now with the Club Sport Wheel V2 and then 2.5. Yeah, I would say like the Momo is still a great wheel. People can be fast with it, and it's just like the rotation is a limitation. I could say you can be fast with just about everything. I used to race in an iRacing league where it was this guy, I believe his name was Jared, and he was this disabled guy, so he actually was racing in iRacing with a gamepad. And oh gosh, we heard so much crap from him because he was fast, so he had the nickname Twitchy because he was with a gamepad. Whoa! Come on, stay on track, stay on track. There we go. Thrustmaster TX leather is definitely a solid wheel. I love that rim. I love those, it's the smaller rim. I want to say it's 11 inches. And the paddle shifters on those feel great. So I would definitely say the Thrustmaster TX Leather Edition is a solid option. I definitely recommend getting like the TH8 RS shifter too, if you're looking for the full Thrustmaster ecosystem. Actually, you might want to get the TH8A because that can be plugged into the wheel for console compatibility. Yeah, back in the day, I used to do iRacing with a Driving Force GT and then a Logitech G25. And I got a few wins with that G25. By the way, if you guys haven't already, I have a YouTube video on the channel, Will a High-End Wheel Make You a Faster Driver? And basically, I did talk about that same thing you're talking about, Person, where the lower-end wheels generally have weaker motors, so in theory, it is quicker to steer and overpower the forces. Granted, with higher end wheels you can turn down the force feedback, but I'd say if you're looking for a higher end wheel, it's largely more for that immersion factor rather than outright speed. That's why you see drivers such as Ray Alfala, I think it's Michael Conti, and I think even Gregor Hutu, they used to swear by the gear drive motors because they were faster than the belts. And now I think some of them are moving to direct drive because you can turn down the forces drastically, but it's still incredibly smooth. So I think those people have the options. I mean, look at it this way. I believe even in the 2010s, Dale Earnhardt Jr. used the Logitech G25. A Fanatec Gamer, this is Assetto Corsa. On the PC, for the record. PC uses different UI and stuff than the consoles. But yeah, if the aspect ratio looks kind of weird, that is because I'm actually running this on triple screens. Almost lost it there. Ron Smith, I'd say it depends on the configuration because there are about 5 or 6 configurations of this car, or of this track. 829, that sounds along the ballpark of the Nordschleife endurance layout. So I would say, I don't know off the top of my head what my best lap there is. I believe I did do a GT3 car around there at times, and it was around like the 740 mark or something. I'm not 100% sure, unfortunately. All the tracks mixed up. I haven't really driven the endurance layout in a while though, so yeah. Sorry, I can't really give a solid answer to that question, but yeah. CG, I definitely say pedals make more of an improvement than wheels. I will say that, and I'll tell you why. Also, if you want more information, I do have a follow-up to my wheel review that is, will a high-end pedal set make you a better driver? So, to sum it up quickly, it is that a lower-end set of pedals do not match the mechanics used in a real car. Higher end pedals will, and that's because the brake on a higher end pedal set is modulated by pressure rather than distance. Because in, say, the T3PA, the Logitech pedals, the Logitech, the Thrustmaster T3PA, those kinds of pedals measure the brake by travel. If you are looking to simulate a real car, you want a brake that is measured by pressure. So a load cell system or a hydraulic system is what you are ideally looking for with the brake pedal. Now, there is also the element where, for example, with the Husingville pedals I'm using right now, all 3 pedals use load cells. And the simple explanation is load cells, potentiometers, Hall effect, they are all capable of measuring linear force. With a potentiometer-based system, you aren't really going to get the non-linear or the pressure-based system. You are going to get a cobbed effect per se, where you are going to, dang it, I was doing so well. I'm still alive. But I will say that you are not really going to get that true pressure-based system. With load cells and hydraulic systems, you are. Now, I will say the conical brake mod for a Thrustmaster pedal set is a solid option, but it doesn't really truly replace a good load cell. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Whoa, whoa! Man, I had to get these dirt off the tires. Here we go, the long straight. Okay, guys, I'm going to do one more lap, and I'm going to call it a night because it's 11:30 p.m. here. Oh yeah, there's only 5 gears on this car. Yeah, for me, I would say the CSL are the best bang for the buck. Granted, there are the Club Sport Pedals V3, and I will say that those are solid, but I preferred the brake in the CSL Lean more with the rubber bushings. Granted, you need to be careful with how you set up the bushings, or else it's not going to work ideally. The pedal set's only as strong as your weakest bushing, but it does a solid job. Oh gosh, this thing is starting to get really oversteery. Remember guys, tap the brake at the top of the sill, you don't want to die. Okay, so if it's the 15-mile configuration, I think this is the same one. And I do not have any assists on with this car. So my last lap was a 7:29, even though I spun. Yeah, Todd McDanger, I believe I am with enough fuel to complete this lap. But yeah, for a while I was actually using the Club Sport Pedals V1 with my Logitech G25, and I want to say I got like 6 wins in iRacing with that setup. I don't really win much in iRacing, to be honest, but granted, I haven't driven much iRacing in recent years. I know that like in 2012, 2013, alright, like I think it was 2013, I drove like 200 races in that year alone, which was just nuts. Actually, 2012 was, I think, my most busy year. And I was unhealthily addicted. Whoa. Granted, I know it almost sounds weird that I am not driving as much as I used to, even though I run a sim racing site. I just sort of give the driving I do more meaning. And RX RallyTube, welcome to the stream, and I am currently driving the Lotus 49 around the Nordschleife in Assetto Corsa. But yeah, I guess third time was the charm for the stream. It's working smoothly now. But I will tell you guys, stay tuned. Later this week, I will be putting out my review of the Fanatec Club Sport Wheel V2.5. I'm also going to be comparing it to the V2 and just giving my thoughts on that. So I hope you guys will enjoy that video later this week. And after this lap, I think I'm going to call it a night. But don't worry, RX Rallycross, I did turn on the DVR feature for this, so you should be able to rewind the stream. Co-pilot in Dirt 4, I don't remember the exact name. There is a male co-driver for, or no, it's a male spotter for the Rallycross mode, then I think it's a female co-driver for Dirt 4, or for the rally mode, but I believe you can also acquire other co-drivers as the season, or as your career mode progresses. So you might be able to do that. I don't know for certain. But when I did my stream, I believe it was a female co-driver. So I think there are other co-drivers available in Dirt 4. So that's similar, I believe, to like Dirt 2, Dirt 3, where you could select your co-driver. But it is a different co-driver than in Dirt Rally. Okay, only have about 2 miles or so left of this lap. Let's try and make it clean. But yeah, CG, I do have a 1 hour or hour and a half stream of Dirt Rally. I apologize for the other guy in that video talking incessantly, but it was his studio, so I was like, yeah, you have to let him talk. But you can also hear the co-driver and the rallycross drive, or you can hear the co-driver and the rallycross spotter in that video. So I have timestamps in that, so you can watch that and get an idea of what Dirt 4 is going to look like. Alright guys, 2 turns away, and that is a lap around the Nordschleife. Let's see what we've got. 724.392. CG, I bet you can actually turn off the spotter in that if you're wanting to have that experience for like World Rallycross or something like that, or WRC. Oh man, yeah, I'm wiped out, guys. But I will say, pretty darn fun. I enjoyed doing this stream with you, and I look forward to getting my review of the Fanatec Club Sport Wheel V2.5 out to you guys, and then I will see what I can do about hosting community races or things like that, and then we can definitely see what's going to happen in the near future. But for now, I'm going to thank you all for watching, either this late in the night or to start off your morning or whatever you dang well please. And I will just advise you again, if you're interested in doing community events or things like that with competitions, I will encourage you to join the Sim Racing Paddock forums, which is www.simracingpaddock.com/forums. And then once we get people interested, we'll try coordinating some events, and then we will see where it goes from there. But thank you guys for watching, and definitely look to set tongue-tied. I look forward to seeing all of you again, and thanks for watching.